I just feel like so awkward. I hate it. I don't like Coachella at all. I literally hate it so much. I don't want to be here. I feel so uncomfortable. I literally feel like I'm at school.
As you guys know, there's been this whole situation going on with a certain company that you probably know about. There's no need to mention their name because you probably already know who I'm talking about. Videos have been posted recently concerning a certain trip where they went to Coachella. This brand is known for taking influencers on different trips across the country, a few international trips, and going to Coachella. There's been some stuff that's come up about them not treating all of their influencers equally. I saw this YouTube video and I was like, this is like pretty serious. Okay, so what happened was they took all these girls to a house for Coachella, and there were probably about 5 or 6 people of color, women of color that were there. The rest were all white. And so they had all of the colored YouTubers staying in this one side of the house, in this one room kind of thing. And they were like sleeping on couches.
So this is like our room where we're staying. I don't know who's staying right there, but that's my bed. That's Eris, and then there's Daniela. Day 2, it's me, Verena, and then the girl named Diamond. Yeah, they're eating Chipotle.
Versus like all the Caucasian YouTubers who got beds. But like the conditions, like they were so different.
What? Oh my! You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Also, we switched rooms, so we have the room connecting to, who is it? Ellie, Aaron, Summer, and Kalani. We're all sharing a room now. I'm very excited.
They were saying that like other things had happened on the trip that were kind of questionable. They're saying that there was stuff besides the living situation. There's stuff that happened that definitely made them feel like uncomfortable as colored women. And apparently this goes back to even like the Fiji trip they had. I noticed because Kiana Naomi, that's my girl, love her videos, love her. I watched her vlog and I don't know, like it looked fun, but like, I picked up on something, and I had been thinking about this before because I remember thinking YouTube is kind of something I've always liked. So I remember looking back at like their Texas trip and the Coachella trip last year and thinking, wow, like one day I want to be able to go on those trips and do stuff like that with them. But then I was looking at them and thinking that like there's no black YouTubers there, and it started making me feel a little bit uncomfortable because I was like, oh, like they're all white. Like even if I had a YouTube channel and I was famous and I could do all this stuff, like would I even like fit in if I went there? Like would I just be the odd one out? But those were just thoughts that like I guess I thought only I was having, so I kind of dismissed them. But as these things are coming up, like I'm starting to see that like this is like a common thing for people of color to go through, and not just the YouTube space, but like in any aspect of the entertainment industry, or not even just in life in general. There's a lot of things that you feel you may not be able to do because of your race. So I was watching this other YouTube video from this girl. Her name's like Annie Lung. I'll put all the links of the videos I'm mentioning in the description. And she was talking about how the niche she wants to go into as a YouTuber, not very many people of color are there. She's Asian, and there's not very many Asians doing what she wants to do. And so she's mentioning how like sometimes like she wonders like if she has a video idea and she makes it, that people may not click on it just because they're seeing an Asian girl in it and not a white girl. And that's definitely something that has crossed my mind multiple times, because like Keisha was saying in her video, I'll also link her video, she was saying how like black girls, if you're a black YouTuber, female YouTuber, you either like do hair videos or like prank videos or like makeup videos, which is cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like if that's who you are, go for it. But it's like there's so many other things that we can do as black women, and even colored women in general. We all have our stereotypes within our races. And it's just like, you feel held back, hindered in a way. And that's why this situation really like hurt personally, because like before I was thinking like, oh, like one day I want to like, you know, grow my channel, work with this company, do all this stuff. And to think that like even if I had the subscriber count, even if they contacted me, even if I got invited to go on Coachella, the things that I was seeing, I watched them. I watched Ellie Thuman, I watched Hannah Malosh, I watched Summer, I watched all of them. I was looking at life from their perspective. Now that I'm seeing what that lifestyle looks like through a person of color's point of view, it's definitely been a reality check for me. What they've done this past these past couple trips, that's not okay. And people need to come out about this stuff, which is why I'm really happy that the YouTubers who posted the videos that they did had the guts to call them out, because they're a pretty big brand now and their marketing strategy is a genius. I remember like not too long ago, nobody knew who they were, and within, I want to say 2 years, everyone knows who they are. It's just not healthy to be doing these things knowing that their target audience are teens, young people, specifically females. You don't want to be marketing these, I don't want to say unrealistic body standards, because there are people out there who just are naturally skinny. They're just naturally, like, you know, have that body type. And that's not a bad thing. If that's your body type, go for it. It's just that when you only promote that, you make people feel like that's what they need to be. When in reality, it isn't. There's nothing wrong with including them at all, because you know, that's them. Like, you can't hate on them for it, but you should definitely work on including other YouTubers of color, influencers of color. And what really got me was Daniela, I think that's her name. Her video, it really got me because it showed her like crying, and she was talking about how she felt different. I'll insert the clip.
Let me explain to you why I was crying. I just felt different, and at the moment it wasn't like different in a good way. I just felt awkward. Like, I felt awkward to be there. I don't know how to explain it without being like, ah, la, la. There's different types of awkward. I just felt like I was back in school and musical theater, you know, just like feeling so different and out of place and like I don't belong somewhere. I was like, oh my god, no, not again, not again, not again. It was a lot. Like, even talking about it now, because like I don't like feeling different. It kind of sucks, you know, because especially when it's like a group of people that are like new and you've never met them before, you know, you're kind of like the new kid. And I know a lot of the girls at the house, they didn't know each other, but it was super hard to even make new friends, because like the house is really big. Half of the girls were on the other side of the house, and then the side I was staying on, there's like 6 of us, I think. It was Eris, Diamond, me, Verena, Nia, and then Litchi were on my side of the house, and then like all the other girls are on the other side of the house. As someone who has been through things, you just kind of notice things more.
And like, I know she mentioned how she said she feels like she's back in school, and like I know exactly like what that feels like, because growing up where I did not, there were not very many people of color. I was 99% of the time I was the only black person. I have been around people who have that energy. Like, I know what that feels like, and having to live with that. Like, people keep on saying that they're being ungrateful. You guys got to go to Coachella for free, but like, you have to put it in perspective. Like, they're like away from home. They're like, and they don't know this place. Like, they don't live at Coachella, and they're being treated this way. And it's just, it can like really make someone feel, no matter how much fun you're like having, like when people are like treating you like that, and you know it's for no other reason than the way you look, like it hits different. Like, if someone's rude to you because like they made an assumption about you, or they heard something about you, or they just don't like you, like, it's one thing, it still sucks, but it's still bad. But when you like look at someone, or you see the way someone treats you, and you know that it's only because of your skin color. And some of these influencers, maybe it was also based off of like subscribers too. So it's like, you're a minority, you're a woman of color, you probably don't have as big as a following as the other people, and so you're just kind of like really being trampled on. Like, that's really bad. And actually, last year's Coachella, when Kiana and Naomi went, that's how I discovered her, because I was watching a vlog of someone, I don't remember who, and like I said, I was having my mental breakdown, and I was like, okay, there's like no black girls here, like what's going on? But then like in the background of the vlog, like I saw this one like black girl, this dark-skinned girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to find her. Like, who is this girl? Like I need to find her, I need to support her, I need to love her. And then I searched on YouTube, Dote Coachella 20 whatever year, 20, I don't know. And I literally scrolled and scrolled until I found a black YouTuber that had a Coachella vlog that went with Dote. And then I finally found it. And then like I said, seeing things from their point of view is so different. Like, I watched all the other vlogs, but then like I watched like Daniela's vlogs, I watched Eris's vlogs. Like, you see this and it's crazy that, like, the difference. It's not fair. It's not right. I hope that the company learns and, like, in the future they'll be able to, like, include more people of different types and promote them, because that's another issue that they had in the past, was only posting the same people with the same body type over and over again. Like, you have a whole generation of children who are still, like, looking for themselves, finding themselves. They look to the internet for validation, which isn't right, but that's what happens. And you should know when you have that kind of power over someone and be conscious with what you're doing. And I heard they've had, like, other dope trips. I'll insert some screenshots here of, like, trips where they were actually, like, inclusive and actually, like they had diverse groups of women, and it was like what we've been trying to get this whole time, that was it. And also the smaller influencers, so they weren't all really famous, and they were, like, promised that they were gonna have their pictures posted and promised this, and the trip never got promoted. I didn't know the trip existed until, like, last night when I was scrolling through Twitter, and they didn't go on the Instagram page like they were promised. And they were saying that the photographers were only focusing on, like, the same few girls, and they had the same body type, slim body type. And it's just kind of sucks that this stuff happens. There's no one who has a better body type than another. It's just that everyone has their own, everyone is different. There isn't one, you can't place one standard for everyone. It just doesn't work like that. Like, there are people who are more slim, and to them that's, like, their normal look. And there are people who aren't as slim, and it's just, like, you can't just tell everyone that's what they should look like. And even though you may not be writing that in your caption, that's the message that's being given off. But I hope this changes. I hope that things will get better in the future for influencers of color, because it really is discouraging as a small creator to see these things and think that, like, no matter how big I get, I'm still gonna be subject to this same treatment, which is true in any industry as a person of color. It really bothered me, like, a lot, because I was a big fan of the brand. Like, I was like, one day I'm gonna work with them, one day I'm gonna do this. I was just like, I loved them, and I was just like, wow, like, one day I'm gonna get their Instagram page, I'm gonna go on their Coachella trip. Now, like, this image that you had, it's like you kind of saw that it was fake. Not fake, but like I noticed these things. Like, they were in the back of my head, because as a person of color, like, that's another thing. You know when that stuff is happening. Like, no one has to tell you, no one has to, like, you know. Like, no matter how much people deny it, like, you can feel, it's a feeling, you can feel it. And I had that feeling. And I wasn't even there, like, I wasn't even on the trip. So, but, like, through the screen, through, like, social, like, I could feel it. Like, I just did not feel included or represented, let me say, because I'm not in it. So this happening isn't really a surprise. It's kind of like the last nail in the coffin. Like, I've kind of noticed it, and I'm just, now it's like, at this point, like, if you ignore this, you're really dumb. Ignoring this would weigh hard on my conscience. I would not feel right supporting this brand after something so blatantly. People try to say, oh, racism is dead, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the more we work towards changing this, the easier it'll become. I don't want to say future generations, but, like, future generations. I don't think this is gonna go away anytime soon. Like, I'm, like, 1000% sure my children, my children's children will still have these problems. It's just addressing it and not acting like it doesn't exist. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I guess that's it. I kind of feel weird promoting myself in this video, but, like, subscribe, I guess. I don't know. You're beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not, because you are. And what you see online is not the reality. It's not real. Pretty sure I've said everything I need to say. I don't really know how to end this video, so, like, bye.